You will find the link to Crypto's beginner survival kit in the description and pinned in comments below. When Bitcoin spikes tenfold, where does the money go next? Most beginners assume it stays in crypto, but that belief is the hidden mistake that crushes portfolios. Today, I will show you the invisible pipeline that decides who wins and who gets left holding the bag. In this video, you will learn a three-stage capital rotation framework every beginner should use. You will also see 5 professional signals that reveal where money is moving. And I will walk you through a simple 4-step playbook you can use to protect gains and re-enter safely. Stay until the end and I will break down a real bull run example and give you one rule that could have prevented a 40% loss. If you want clear jargon-free crypto lessons every week, subscribe now. I break down big ideas into simple moves so beginners don't lose money learning the hard way. Imagine the market as a big party. Now money enters, people celebrate, and then someone dims the music. Where everyone goes when the music stops is capital rotation. Capital rotation is the flow of money between asset groups. It moves from safety into growth into risk and then back into safety again. Large players, exchanges, and protocol treasuries move capital strategically. Think of it like ocean currents beneath calm waves. Invisible but powerful. Picture 3 buckets: risk, growth, and safety. During a bull run, money flows from safety to growth to risk and later back to safety. If you don't understand the flow, you will buy at the party peak and get stuck as the music stops. The fear is what wipes out beginners accounts. Next, we will map the exact 3-stage framework institutions use to ride bull cycles. There are 3 predictable stages in every bull run. If you can spot the stage, you can predict where money will flow next. Stage 1 is accumulation. In accumulation, smart money quickly accumulates mid-cap and promising projects while attention is low. Stage 2 is mania. In mania, headlines explode, leverage rises, social feed floods, and market rushes into altcoins. Stage 3 is distribution. In distribution, institutions and whales rotate profits into stablecoins, blue chips, and outside assets. These stages repeat in every cycle. Most beginners enter during stage 2 because of excitement and then leave during stage 3 in regret. That's not bad luck, it's timing. So, how do you tell which stage you are in? Here are 5 signals pros watch that reveal capital rotation. Signal 1 is stablecoin supply surges. When stablecoin supply surge rises, a large inflows hit exchanges, it often precedes big buys. Signal 2 is market breadth narrowing. If Bitcoin climbs but fewer altcoins follow, capital is consolidating into the top. Stage 3 is on-chain transfers by whales. Large moves to exchanges often indicate selling, while moves to cold wallets suggest accumulation. Stage 4 is funding rate and leverage spikes. When funding rates hit extremes, it warns of crowded longs and potential unwind. Signal 5 is sector rotation leadership. When performance shifts from one theme to another, capital is actively rotating. Each signal alone matters, but seeing 3 or more together is a clear alert. Miss these signs and you are guessing with your money. Spot them and you can preserve gains instead of gambling them away. There is one signal most beginners ignore, that is quietly the most dangerous. This is the midpoint twist: liquidity drain. Liquidity drains are silent until the market moves violently. They happen when exchanges and market makers pull, depth spreads widen, and slippage grows. At that point, big orders move prices far more than usual. Liquidity drains have preceded sudden crashes and cascading liquidations in past cycles. You can spot early liquidity strain by watching order book depth slippage on DEX dexes and sudden withdrawal spikes. This one insight could have prevented many large drawdowns. Now let's make everything actionable with a simple four-step playbook. Step one is stage recognition. Use the five signals to identify the cycle stage before you decide to act. Step two is partial profit taking rules. Take 20 to 40% off the table to at defined milestones such as plus 50%, plus 100%, and plus 300%. Step 3 is rotational reallocation. Move profits into stable coins, blue chips, or yield products according to your risk tolerance. Step 4 is an explicit re-entry strategy. Set alerts and buy in tranches when a rotated asset shows consolidation and low volatility. For example, if Bitcoin doubles and the funding is extreme, sell 30% into USDT and watch the five signals of re-entry opportunities. This playbook turns panic selling into planned profit taking. Discipline is the boring part, but it saves your life savings. Even the best plan collapses when emotion takes over. Here are three behavioral rules to keep you disciplined. Rule 1, pre-commit trades. Write your entry targets and exits before you trade. Rule 2, use automation, limit orders, stop losses, and rebalance bot fight impulse. Rule 3, schedule regular reviews. A weekly rebalance beats daily panic. A common regret is doubling an account and losing most gains because of FOMO. Discipline prevents that regret. Next, we will apply everything to a real cycle so you can see the framework in action. Let's rewind to the last bull run. Watch how capital rotated from Bitcoin into decentralized finance and then into NFTs and where retail got burnt. Early on, Bitcoin and Ethereum rose quietly while smart money accumulated. Then, mid-cycle decentralized finance (TVL) exploded and social hype followed. In the late stage, big players began rotating profits into stablecoins and outside assets. At several points, the five signals flashed, but many retail traders ignored them. When liquidity drained, slippage spiked, and price moves became violent. Retail liquidations followed, and many accounts were wiped. Seeing it on a chart makes the invisible flow visible. Now, for the single rule that separates winners from losers. Protect first, profit second. Most traders do the opposite. Protecting capital preserves optionality to participate in future moves. Volatility compounds losses, and recovery requires larger gains than the loss. A 50% drawdown requires a 100% gain to recover. Surviving gives you the chance to win over time. If one insight changes your approach in crypto, let this be it. Screenshot this practical checklist and use it on every trade. Identify the stage with the five signals. Take partial profits at defined milestones. Move profits into safety or yield. Automate re-entries and rebalances. Do a weekly review. This checklist is simple but powerful. You now have a map for capital rotation, the five signals to watch, a practical playbook, and a behavioral filter to stay disciplined. The payoff is steady, not dramatic. You will have fewer blown accounts, the ability to compound gains, and the confidence to hold winners when the market calms. This framework does not make you a prophet, but it does make you prudent. Prudence wins more often than paranoia or greed in crypto. If you found even one of these checks useful, subscribe now. I post practical frameworks every week so beginners stop losing money and start building real wealth. Before you go, watch the next video where we break down the Ethereum ecosystem, smart contracts, and roll-ups so you can decide where to rotate your crypto profits next. Click to watch the next video. titled Explain Ethereum Ecosystem, Smart Contracts and Adoption. Protect first, profit second. Remember the 5 signals and the 4-step playbook. Use the checklist, survive, and you win.